Hello, everyone. My name is Pat Waller, and I'm here with Gabe Sanders, Boston University's Director of Track and Field and Cross Country. And joining us today is Jordan Carpenter, our new Associate Head Coach of Cross Country and Assistant Coach of Track and Field. Jordan, first of all, big welcome to be you.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm excited to be joining.
Uh, we're excited to have you here. And if you could just tell our listeners a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and where you were prior to BU.
Yeah, so I grew up in Wisconsin, right in the shadow of Lambeau Field in Green Bay. So grew up a diehard Packers fan, which may be interesting now coming to, I think, Patriot territory. So we'll see how that goes. Prior I was at the Pomona College, Pomona Pitzer Athletics. Spent 5 years there, and we were able to do some really exciting things there. Won a number of conference championships. We won the 2019 cross country national championship, and now making my way across the country from California to Boston.
That's great. Gabe, I'm sure when this job notification went out, you received tons of applications for this position. Tell us what it was about Jordan that kind of jumped out at you and made you think he'd be the right fit here.
Yeah, thanks, Pat. You're 100% right. We had a lot of applications. We had a lot of emails, a lot of phone calls, a lot of text messages, DMs, like you name it, we got it. This was a very sought after position from all over the country. And in a couple of instances around the world, actually, we had a couple from across the pond, interestingly enough. But the big thing that we were looking for is fit of the university, of the program, of the vision of what we're trying to accomplish here at Boston. It can't just be about X and O's at the end of the day, because there were some very accomplished coaches from some very accomplished programs that applied, even made the final round, and they were fine people, fine coaches from fine programs and backgrounds. But at the end of the day, for us, it's our end goal is to become the apex of athletics and academics in the NCAA, and we needed to find someone that really was going to fit that model. And when Jordan came across our plate, across our purview, it was like, wow, this is almost plug and play here, because let's take Division III, Division I out of it. At the end of the day, Pomona Pitzer is one of the top academic institutions in the U.S. I think top 3 to 5 liberal arts schools in the country. That really puts in the top percentages in the world, really. And he was able to get it done at the highest level, at the Division III NCAA level. He was the most competitive in his situation, and that's exactly what we're trying to do here at the Division I level. And at the end of the day, I think it doesn't matter if you're Division I, II, III, NAIA. If you are competitive at the level that you are at and you outkick your coverage, I mean, that's translatable no matter where you are. So on paper, Jordan was an excellent fit. And even in the first phone call, oh man, it was, in looking back in retrospect, I think I knew it subconsciously, but when we hung up the phone, I thought to myself, this is the guy. He gets it. He gets it. Talking about, recognizing the institution that BU is, recognizing the attraction and the richness of the city, of the university, and also dialing in on the student athlete experience as well. He hit all those checkpoints and did it earnestly. There was nothing fake about it. So, I think Jordan was, and at this point is, an absolute perfect fit for Boston University, what our hopes and aspirations are, and this program and university.
On the flip side, Jordan, what kind of attracted you to this position?
Yeah, a lot of things, and it kind of, Gabe hit a good piece of it. A big part was fit. I got a lot of questions when the job was announced, like, Division I, and even in the interview from some people, what Division III to Division I, and it wasn't about the division. Like Gabe said, it was about the fit. And that's what I really saw. And that's something I've always encouraged my athletes. Being at an elite Division III school, it wasn't about, hey, this is Division III and this is why it's going to be different than Division I. It was about, hey, this is why this is going to be the institution and program for you. And throughout the interview process, the more I learned about BU, that's kind of the feeling I had. It just seemed like, hey, this is going to be a really good fit for what I love and the type of student that I really want to work with. And so it was the right fit for me. And every time I spoke with Coach Sanders, he got me really, really excited about the vision that he has for the cross country and track and field programs. So each phone call I had there, every interview I had, I left just feeling really excited and thinking to myself, this is something I think I want to be a part of. And really what sealed it for me was, I got to meet with a group of the student athletes during the interview and just their excitement for the program, their commitment to wanting to be the best they can be in everything they do. That's something I really embodied as a student athlete myself, and wanting to be competitive in the classroom and in competition and anything that we do. And I saw that in this group of student athletes, and that's what sealed it. And I was like, okay, I know I want to be here. Everything checked off. The city of Boston is incredible. You have an incredible campus, one that I actually toured. I believe it was 2013 when I was looking at graduate schools. So it's kind of funny how things come full circle. But yeah, it's just a combination of everything that just seemed like the right fit and the right time.
Great. Well, the summer is flying by as it always does, and student athletes will be back on campus before we know it. August is always an exciting time on campus. So this is kind of a question for both of you. Jordan, we'll start with you. Tell us what some of your goals and expectations are for this upcoming season.
Yeah, so I mean, first and foremost, I'm just really excited to kind of get to know each of the student athletes a little bit better. Obviously, I've got to start to meet them a little bit through this virtual world that we're still living in a little bit, and as I make the transition. But I'm just excited to get on campus, to start to cultivate that shared vision that we want to have as a group, and set some of those exciting goals and have that translate obviously into the overall shared vision that Coach Sanders has built and that we want to cultivate for the entire track and field program. I think we have a lot of talent, and we have student athletes that are really motivated. So I think we're going to do some exciting things right away at the Patriot League level, and hopefully make some big jumps at the NCAA level. I think it's one of those things where we kind of just need to build that momentum and see where that can carry us. So I'm not going to set any other goals than that, but really excited about what these groups can accomplish in the near future and beyond.
Gabe?
Yeah, to piggyback off of that, actually Jordan asked me that question, when we were getting to the twilight phase of the interview process, even, after the offer and acceptance was made of, hey, what are my expectations of the cross country program, of that event area? And I distinctly remember saying, look, my one expectation is just connect, the word connection with the student athletes. Because at the end of the day, anybody that's a part of this program is very aspirational. I think even in this one exchange with Jordan, you can tell this guy's a winner, and everyone that's a part of this program is a winner and wants to be winners. So I have no doubt that is going to be the end goal. We want to win Patriot League championships. We want to be a part of the show. We want to be on the starting line in Stillwater, in Terre Haute, in Louisville. We want to be in Birmingham, Alabama, in College Station, in Austin, Texas. We want to be in Sacramento. We want to be in those meets. Every single person on this staff has those hopes and aspirations. And if we get dialed into our student athletes, who they are as people, fostering relationships, building and connecting, the rest will take care of itself. So, I'd like to think the goals at the end of the day are givens. We want to win, we want to perform at a high level, but we want to do it the right way, giving the best overarching student athlete experience possible, setting them up on the pathway for success when they leave here. And a Patriot League championship, a berth could happen as early as this fall. It might not happen for 3 falls, who knows? But at the end of the day, we will be working towards that. We will be doing it in the right way.
It sounds fantastic. And I know, and I speak for everyone, especially with an abbreviated indoor season last year, and we're really looking forward to the team competing 2021-22 season. Gabe, before we sign off, is there anything else you want to add or ask us here to tell our listeners?
I've said this publicly and I've said it privately, and I'll say it on here. Right now in the collegiate coaching professional world, there's a lot going on this summer in the job market, with some pretty big names out there. And I'll be honest, I think 3 to 5 years from now, this is going to end up looking back as being the hire of the summer. I think we have one of the best rising cross-country distance coaches and people in our industry. He's won a national championship before the age of 30 as a head coach. Forget the Division III level. I mean, I was a part of Division III national championship at Williams College. Coach Kristen Flegel was a part of multiple podium programs at the Division III level. Coaching is coaching at the end of the day. Relationships are relationships. Connecting is connecting. That's translatable no matter what level that you're at. A championship is a championship. And at the end of the day, to reach your goals, it doesn't matter if it's Division I, II, or III, Patriot League, SEC, Big Ten, or otherwise. If you don't approach those goals with the same amount of fire and earnest, it's just not going to happen. It doesn't matter what the level is. And we've got someone in here that is really going to push us and make our whole program better, not just the distance athletes. So I'm excited to have Jordan Carpenter here. I'm excited to see what the future holds for this program. And let's get going and let's be you.
Awesome. Well, again, thanks for joining us here. Gabe Sanders, Jordan Carpenter, and we're all really looking forward to the 21-22 season, and best of luck.
Thank you, Pat.